TX2K, an event held once a year in Texas and deemed the home of the world's fastest street cars. Today, we meet the world's fastest BMW, and believe it or not,
it's a BMW M240i.
Today, not only do we get to see what goes into making a 7-second BMW, we get an insane POV view of some mind-blowing passes.
That was the closest race I've ever had in my life.
But when you're pushing the boundaries, things don't always go to plan.
Jazz, bro, welcome to the channel.
Thank you, bro.
In fact, you have been on the channel once before, right?
I did,
FL2K, we had a quick chat about some of the cool stuff you do. Now, would I be right in saying this is one of, if not the fastest BMWs right now in the world?
It is the fastest BMW in the world and was the first BMW in the 7s also.
How fast have you now went?
When we did it was 794, we went 794, and now we're at 776 or 775. So the driveline's all been the same, so literally we haven't even refreshed it. Same axle, same transmission, same fluid actually. Chris Miller, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So it's like if it hasn't broken, don't change it. Only thing that we did change this year, or not this year, since you saw it at FL2K, was the motor and the turbo. We are testing a turbo from Apex, and it is showing phenomenal results.
What kind of size is that? Can't say.
It's
big.
It's not big actually.
Oh, it's not big.
It's smaller than what we had.
No way, but smaller, yeah?
It spools and makes a lot more power in the top end.
Okay, now talking about power, what kind of power do you estimate or know that this car currently makes?
1500.
1500 at the hubs.
Yeah, at the wheels, yeah.
At the wheels. You know, in the UK, we like that. We call it the British
BHP. Well, let's see real quick.
Calculator of truth, right? So we divide it by 0.85.
That's what you do?
15% drivetrain loss?
20.
Oh, use 20?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get a spicy
15 plus 20%, so 1800 horse.
18.
BHP. All these cars here have Visconti engines.
Okay.
So these are all stroker cars, except for this. This is a stock motor, it's irrelevant. But all these cars have Visconti engines, but we're testing something new on 3 cars. So my car, this car, and the GSC car, they have a new head gasket design. That nobody has. It's a completely different material. It's not composite like others. So that is the main difference change on these 3 cars is the head gasket, and it's showing really good results.
Now, talking about head gasket, I'd assume you're having some issues had some issues when it comes to big boost and keeping that head down?
Yeah, so the B58s, you've obviously experienced it. Boost, they like to move around and they like to shift. So we have a fix around that. We weld the heads to stiffen them up. That's not the end all be all on these cars. So it needs to be a head gasket situation that's hopefully able to retain that movement.
What kind of boost are you running on this particular car?
So yesterday we did 49 pounds of boost.
Wow.
And I lifted at the 8th mile just to collect data and to see how this turbo actually does, and it blew our minds. I rolled to a 7.8 with 13 pounds of boost less.
That's crazy. All going to plan. If the stars align, how deep into the 7s are you looking?
750s, we want to get to the 190s by this weekend. 190 mile an hour.
Wow.
But not only does Jazz have the world's fastest BMW M240i, he also owns the world's fastest BMW M340i.
So this is essentially a fairly full weight car. If anything, it probably weighs more than stock, to be honest. Because it has the cage, it has the ice box, it has a nitrous model in it. It still has all the carpet inside of it. So it has door panels. So it's still a fairly full weight car. It looks like there's stuff missing, but after you add all that weight,
back in, of course,
it weighs probably the same as a stock car does.
I feel ya. And this one actually is currently the fastest M340 in the world.
Correct, yeah. This new setup is the setup off this car from FL2K.
Okay.
So literally motor, turbo, literally is just refreshed and now in this car.
Okay, and what kind of time does this run? What kind of power does it make?
So power is really hard because the dyno that we use reads really low.
Okay.
But at 54 pounds, it made 1370 something.
Okay.
So obviously it's low, but it's in the 1400s. This car also made 13. It actually made less power than this.
No way.
But obviously the trap speed. So that's why I always tell people,
kind of
a dyno, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, you can tell by the trap speed, as you say.
100%.
How much power it's making.
But yeah, this car ran 171 miles an hour, and the best has been at 840.
In terms of turbo setup on this one.
Yeah, this one I could talk about this. This has a Sportsman turbo. It's a 73.985.
Okay.
So it's a front wheel drive class legal turbo that That's legal for World Cup events and some of I'm not sure if there's any classes here that require this turbo on front-wheel drive cars.
Sure.
But it's a front-wheel drive turbo.
Cool.
Class legal turbo. I'm not using any nitrous. I used it before on my last setup to spool it because it was a 3-liter, still standard. So it was not enough motor to spool the turbo, so I used a 50 shot to spool it up.
Sure.
But hopefully we're gonna hit the 7s without nitrous, and if I'm stuck at an 8.0, I'll crack the bottle open.
All contenders in the X58 class, consisting of B58 and S58 powered cars, get around 3 chances at laying down their quickest times. The quickest cars then go through to the elimination rounds.
Right guys, so we've just had our first 7-second pass in the X58 class, which is absolutely crazy, done by a G80 M3, I think it was M-Live. As you see, we've got a few crazy cars coming up now. We've got Tom Wrigley all the way from UK, representing UK, one of the fastest S58 cars in the world right now, runs a 7.9, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. And he's going up against the world's first S58 powered Supra. So this should be very, very interesting. This car, this Supra, has got one of the craziest builds around. Let's get the burnouts. Let's go, let's go. So this Oh, this is gonna be a big, big problem. All right guys, so since what you last saw with the oil down, it's been about half an hour. So yeah, just to put some perspective into how long it can be between runs, you know, and if the next car does the same thing, it's another half an hour potentially. So anyway, we're nearly ready to go, and Jazz is going to line up. It's going to be a 7-second pass, so enjoy the onboard POV. .88, 164, and my shoe is stuck. The prep here is absolutely crazy. So that was a certified 7-8 pass. I think number 2 qualifier spot I just heard for Jazz. So he's comfortable there. I think the top 14 cars go through. What cars go through? How many in qualifiers?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that would be the answer.
Well, that was fast, but I don't think that was any record. Car hit some sort of limiter. I guess we better find out what limiter that was, but it did a decent pass for what it was.
Door Slammers 2026, May 15th to 17th. See you there. Door Slammers is a big money drag racing event where the fastest builds from all around Europe go head to head to take home a chunk of the £100,000 prize. Anyone who makes serious power is here. Witness 3,000 brake horsepower cars going head to head, including many cars that have ran and featured on my channel. I'll also be there representing and sending one of my cars down the strip. If you love no excuse drag racing or just want a great day out with the family, make sure you're there. Door Slammers 2026, May the 15th to the 17th. And exclusively for my viewers, use the code GAS to get 20% off your tickets. Head over to santapod.com right now. Links can be found in the video description.
So Jay, we're back at TX2K, my bro. 2026, this is
third one. No, fourth.
Your third, my fourth.
Fourth one. Fourth one.
My fourth, your third.
Fourth one. So this is your fifth one.
No, you've been Houston once, Dallas twice.
I thought you were talking about 2K in general.
Yeah. So actually, interestingly, FL2K and TX2K aren't related. So yeah, we're back. The cars are crazy as ever. Just when you think platforms can't get faster, they get faster. Things get stupider. Pretty much every V10 powered thing here, your Lambos, your R8s, all twin turbo. There's no way around that. Everyone has turbos in their
Don't
cars.
have it while you're here.
Exactly. There's one motto here, I think, and it's just, you gotta be fast,
Yeah.
you know? If
Or
you're
be
not fast,
faster.
be faster, you know, and there's a lot of that, and there will be a lot of that going on this event.
Already sitting as one of the top qualifiers in class, Jazz pulled back up to run his second qualifier.
All right, so Jazz is back up, qualification number 2.
The number 3 spot.
Okay, that's crazy. 780. He just rings off 780s for fun in that car. It's just dialed. Absolutely does. Crazy seeing a BMW do that back to back. 180 mile an hour. Just take that in. 180 mile an hour in 7 seconds.
What happened?
The thing broke off, like where the parachute goes.
Wait, what, bro? No, that's what I heard.
Well, broke the parachute mount. That's pretty cool.
You're making it look easy, bro. Like, people would kill to be in the 7s, and you're just doing it for
Every
fun.
pass.
Every pass. And this is just qualifications, pretty much.
This is qualification.
So you got a little bit more for, like, when you really, really
Oh
need it?
yeah, there's still more left on tap.
How's it been feeling so far? Tell us how it's going.
So far, it's going phenomenal. Just the heat is what's killing us right now. So obviously, the hotter the air gets, the less boost we make.
Okay.
So it's just a guessing game of, okay, it's going to be 10 degrees hotter outside. Let's turn it up a little bit more. Hopefully, it's back to where we are. But apparently, it wasn't enough. We're typically running 50, 51 pounds. This was 47 pounds.
That's crazy.
So
47 PSI
Yeah.
and a 7-second pass. Now, on that last pass you just done, you had a bit of a breakage. Not too much of a bad one, but
yeah,
a breakage.
it was so scary because I got to fix it
Yep.
before we eliminations. Right now, I'm going to sit it out for eliminations. I'm sitting number 3 qualifier. But yeah, if you want to look.
Let's see. Guys, this is crazy, man.
Parachute mount is completely ripped off.
Oh my gosh.
So gotta find a welder, hammer.
Oh my gosh. So it literally ripped off and it was pulled out with the parachute.
Correct, yeah. I get to the end and they're like, you ripped off your parachute. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, get out of the car. And I get out of the car because you typically don't get out of the car.
Sure.
They pack the parachute for you and they put it in the trunk. They're like, can you get out of the car, please? And I'm like, oh no.
So it's still qualifications, but it's the first time we're gonna actually see Jazz and his 340 run. So this should be interesting. We've got the cameras inside, so we'll be giving you a POV. Basically, he's after the 7. This is the fastest 340 in the world already, I believe. He's got a proven track record, so I'm sure he can make it happen. Whether we see it and witness it this event, I'm not too sure. Some of the crazy things about this car is, although yes, it does have a cage in it, it's got a parachute and it's got some sticky tires, this is essentially still street car spec. They could strip a lot more weight out of this car. And just to show you something that is an absolute piss take, this car actually still has a pan roof. I mean, they could lose a lot more weight from this car and it's still the fastest. Just imagine going 7s with a pan roof. The game's got crazy. Yo, that's angry. That is angry. Eight six. So he's quite a way off his PB. This track is sticky as hell.
That felt really good. Woo! Oh, I forgot I got AC. Let me turn on my AC.
As mentioned, this particular class is called X58, and that qualifies Mark V Toyota Supras to run as they come equipped with BMW's B58 derived engine. The Supras, being rear-wheel drive only and lighter, typically gives them the advantage over the BMWs, and it shows in their times. Jazz, the fastest BMW in the world, has hit a 7.7. However, at the time of filming, the world's quickest Supra has ran an incredible 7.5 second pass. So, if a BMW was to win this class, that's big. And then it was time for the BMW 340 second qualifier, but things don't go quite to plan. With all cars in class pushing for PBs in the last round of qualification, the Team Evolution of Speed's A90 Supra resets the X58 and Supra world record, pushing boundaries further than any X58 vehicle has ever seen.
Now, when I've come over to speak to the boys this morning, they're grafting away on the M240i. They've had some issues with the M240i and they're trying to get it ready. They've been grafting since 2 a.m. and that is pretty much how it goes here at TX2K. If you've got an issue, you've got to get it fixed within time. And if you don't have the resource, you've got to get the resources you need here. The boys have actually flown some of the parts in for the 240. And when I say flown, they've got someone on an aeroplane carrying the parts to get the car up and working again. Now the car is still in a good place, so it has qualified, it's a 240, so those boys will make it to eliminations. However, I'm not sure, in fact, I don't think the 340 has. Now, although the 340 is not here competing as such, it's a test bed. They want to see how far they can push the car, and I know they want to push it further, but if the car doesn't qualify, then they have no test time, if that makes sense. So yeah, essentially they're going to work away on the 240 and then straight onto the 340. And what it seems like is the torque converter has had some issues. So essentially they're going to drop out the gearbox, replace the torque converter and go from there. But the crazy thing is, if you was to drop your car off at a shop to get that kind of work done, they'd probably say, yeah, we'll see you in a week. These boys are doing it in hours to get back out racing, but that is what you have to do to literally keep going here at TX2K, and everyone's on the same thing: spare engine, spare gearbox, spare shafts, spare whatever you need, whatever is a possible breakage point, they have got it.
After the last qualification run, Jazz actually found an issue with the M240i's head. With quitting not an option, they got the parts flown in, grafted, and got the car back up and ready for the first round of eliminations against the Mark V Toyota Supra. And even though in this race the Supra was deemed the underdog, no one really expected to see what happened next.
They're both staged and ready. Tree dropped, and the underdog gets the lead first by almost 0.3 of a second. Now the BMW has to come from behind. Will they? Can they? No! The left side on an underdog whole shot victory. 8:14 beating a 7:84 by a margin of 15 18 thousandths of a second. That is 0.15, about 3 feet on the racetrack.
That was so close. So close. Oh my God. That was the closest race I've ever had in my life.
But in a shock result, the Supra gets Jazz on reaction time, and although the 240i was chasing it down, he just misses out on the win. Jazz gets the better 60-foot, the quicker pass, and the faster trap speed, but goes to show, in eliminations, anything can happen. Jazz is out of the competition. But to add insult to injury, not only does the 340i not make it to eliminations, Jazz has also just lost his title as the world's fastest BMW.
All right, Tom Wrigley now, all the way from the UK, representing the UK with the world's fastest G80. Let's see what he can run. I get, okay, anticlimax, right thing to do. Anyway, we are back into the semi-finals of X58. So that actually means Tom's in the finals.
Yeah, Tom's in the finals.
What happened to his competitor?
I'd also be scared, bro, don't worry.
They didn't turn up. Who are you betting on though? Supra or M240?
Well, considering I'm the TX2K admin, I can't really be betting.
What did your heart say? Okay, he's went BMW. All right, cool. I'm going BMW also.
Peter, if I lose, don't kill me, please.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, look at my job.
That is a shocker because the BMW had it, and Supra left double late. But
Just for clarification, because I've been here all day,
Go on.
that thing has been dominating all week.
Really?
The entire week, it's been fast, it's been quick. That's just not a way to go out.
killer. Well, he's moving. He is moving under his own steam, which is good.
But at the end of the day, that's racing.
That's racing. That's racing. In the final, it is Tom Wrigley versus the GSC Mark V Supra in the X58 class. It's gonna be crazy.
In a twist of fate, the world's fastest Supra doesn't pull up to race Tom in the semi-finals, giving Tom a free pass to the X58 finals with the GSC Supra that actually knocked out Jazz in the first round. And as night fell and the other race class finals began, we thought we'd take in the atmosphere.
Check out the turbos in the front. It's quite hard to see, but I'm telling you, this is an absolute animal. This is the heavyweight finals here at TX2K. The floor is so sticky. You can easily lose your shoe. So they have got maximum grip. And just like that, right lane takes the win with a, gosh, can't even see it, they cancelled it away. I saw the trap speed, it was 185 miles an hour. Crazy. Right guys, so what we have here basically is the DCT class, meaning dual clutch transmission class. And we have a GTR versus a McLaren 765. Now, I've never heard of a McLaren making it to the final of TX2K, but this is the world's fastest. So this should be interesting. The McLaren took it! The McLaren won DCT class!
The McLaren, no way!
I've got to say the McLaren drove around the GTR because it looked like the
around him.
That is crazy! Shout out to... That's Motec performance, shout out to Motec! Alright guys, so Cletus is up. He's running in 2 rounds. His stick shift car, Leroy, I think it's called, is out. So this is for the street car class now. He's up against the Fox Body Mustang. I have no clue what that's got in it. Let's see. He's got the neon lights dancing underneath his car right now. It's party time. Hey! Wow! They turn it up, boy, because he just ran a 7.8 at 173 mile an hour. Previous runs have been at 8.5. That's crazy. That is crazy. He knows how to drive the car. It was in party mode too. Guys, the noises, the vibrations, the sounds, this is what racing is about. The final of the X58 class, and our boy from England, Tom Wrigley, is in the final, in the left lane right here, about to do his burnout. It's Supra versus BMW M3.
Why, you want to make a bet?
Bro, it's going to be Tom Wrigley.
I got Tabitha.
All right.
I got Tabitha.
All right, cool, cool.
I got Tabitha.
All right, I'll go you. All right, cool. Well, we made a bet then. He's got Tabitha in the GSC car. And you know we've got to rate Tom for this one. Let's see if we can do something special here, maybe even a PB. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! UK to the world! Out here in America, you're taking a piss. Shout out to hey! How much was the cash up?
20.
20?
However much.
You know, I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. Because listen, the English boys came here and they dominated and they defeated. And that's not enough.
Not enough.
Let's go.
And just like that, Tom not only claims the fastest BMW title, he also wins the X58 class here at TX2K. An absolutely massive achievement, flying overseas and conquering. Congratulations to him and his team. However, keeping that title didn't last long.
So guys, just like that, TX2K comes to an end. It has been an absolute movie out here. Watching the boys in the B58, the S58, the X58 class run, the boys and girls, should I say, just what they're achieving, how far that platform has been pushed. And everything that has went on here at this event has just been absolutely crazy. And of course, although we were following Boosted Jazz on this journey, to see our boy Tom from the UK come here, set a new world record, and actually take the class here as the winner at TX2K in the X58 class is absolutely amazing. So shout out to Tom Wrigley, shout out to Boosted Jazz, shout out to TX2K.
But more importantly, shout out to Boosted Jazz and his team's determination, because exactly 1.5 weeks after the competition ended, Jazz hit the track again and retook the title of the world's fastest BMW.
What did it do? No! No! You're lying!
We played that off pretty good.
Oh my god! You're lying! Here!
Bro!
Oh my god!